Hey, soul seekers, it is intuitive energy healer Kathy Weiss here. Welcome to bonus message day. I am coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California. And I'm super stoked for today's bonus channeled message, which is all about what your inner critic really wants you to know. And before I dive into the bonus message, first of all, thanks for everybody who voted. It was so close between inner critic and what's the deal with overwhelm. So next Wednesday, I'll come back and do the bonus message on overwhelm. And I also wanted to just take a moment for those of you who are new to bonus channeled messages or intuitive reading or whatever it is. When I channel messages, what I do is I sit down and I get really quiet and still, and my mind goes into the place that is very similar to meditation. So my thinking mind shuts down and I start hearing words and sentences in little bits and pieces. And it just flows through, right? So I'm like writing it down as fast as I can. And today it was so interesting because I was like, I love this topic of inner critic, but nothing is coming to me like personally when I think about it. But the moment I asked source to flow through, it was like I couldn't write fast enough, you guys. So I have a really awesome message for you. If at any time as I'm reading it, you have questions or comments, shoot them down there. Occasionally they don't pop up for me on the live feed. So if I miss it, just know that I'll come back and make sure that I get you afterwards and make sure that you get all the clarity you need. So I'm going to pretty much just read the bonus message to you because it doesn't stick in my mind when I'm channeling. Hey, Lindsay, nice to see you, sister. Lindsay, you guys, totally going to side note here. Lindsay is an amazing Reiki healer, and oracle card reader, intuitive empath, all that good stuff. And she and I are going to be doing a joint episode of Monday Messages on November 5th. And we're also doing some joint healing sessions together. So if that's exciting to you, you can message me and we'll talk about that later. Because right now, we're going to talk about what your inner critic really wants you to know. And then once I'm done with the bonus message, I'm going to pull an oracle card to support that and kind of give us a little bit more juice. So I'm going to slide these guys off to the side for right now so I can keep my place in the bonus message because it's super, super delicious and yummy. Ready? Here we go. When I asked what your inner critic really wants you to know, here's what I heard. Hey, hi, Claire. Thank you. Okay, I totally got distracted. Nice to see you, sister. Check it out. Here's what your inner critic wants you to know. You've got it all wrong, see. When your inner critic speaks to you, you are looking in the wrong direction. You are looking at yourself in relationship to the eyes of others. We say unto you this, look to yourself through the eyes of source. This takes practice for many humans, yet it can be done. In the eyes of source, you can do no wrong. In the eyes of source, you are pure, positive love. In the eyes of source, you are growing and expanding day by day. The things that you are thinking and saying, this is wrong, that is wrong, they are not wrong. I'm going to side note, you guys, the universe, I think of it, I call it the cosmic jellyfish. It's a giant, glowing, vast energy of light and love, and each of us is a tentacle of that energy. And so whatever the energy is, you are a piece of the universe. There is nothing about you or your life experience that is wrong ever. The universe can't be wrong, and you are a piece of the universe, okay? So that's what this is saying. Those things that you're like, oh, this is wrong, it's not. None of that is ever wrong. All things are placed before you to grow, expand, and heal old wounds. And the universe has a message for you on healing old wounds, and what it says is that I'm going to transmit that to you very soon. But it'll almost be like TMI, like we need to stay focused on inner critic. But growth, expansion, and healing old wounds is another bonus message lining up for us. So if you're interested in that, make sure to remind me or like keep me on your radar because we will get to it. Okay, so For now, know this: your inner critic is telling you you're looking the wrong way. Take time to be still every day and connect to source energy. Though we know this is not quite accurate, you are always connected to source. You just sometimes choose to be unaware, right? So when I talk about cosmic jellyfish and that you're a tentacle of source energy, that, like, it's always there. You can't like cut that off. It's impossible. You're always connected to source. It's just that we get distracted by day-to-day life, or we forget, or whatever, and that will tie into overwhelm, which will be next week's message. So know that you're always connected to source, and you need to take a few minutes each day to get quiet and still and like feel that and know that and remember that. Moving your body and your life through the eyes of source, your soul will guide you. If you do not know how to follow this guidance, ask for help, because it's flowing to all of us all day, every day, but it's a skill and it's something that takes practice. And there aren't a lot of teachers, especially in like when we think like traditional society, this stuff isn't being taught. So if you need help, ask for help. I'm a personal trainer for people's soul. I can help you. And it's actually this, if I digress. Let me read the sentence the way it's written so you know how I heard it when I channeled it. It says, Kathy is a personal trainer for your soul and she can help. Okay, so that is true if you don't quite know how to hear and listen and follow the guidance in your life. Okay, going back to the message, we say unto you this: now is the time for soul-centered, source-centered living. When your inner critic speaks up, it is simply a reminder that you have gone off this path, this soul-centered, source-centered path. It's just a reminder that you've kind of gotten a little bit away from that. It's nothing more and nothing less. Now go into this day with peace in your heart. We love you, and this message is complete. Amen. So there was the channeled info for you on your inner critic. I'm going to, like I said, just pull a oracle card to drive the conversation a little bit forward, give us a touch more information on that, or maybe some extra guidance. Know that oracle cards are not fortune tellers. They're inspirational tools that help us tap in deeper, kind of shift us away from our thinking mind into our feeling mind. Oh, I know. Isn't that so great, Lindsay? I love that message, like ridiculously. So let's see what we got here. We have Our Lady of Sacred Union. I think we've seen her before on Monday messages. She seems really familiar as far as that goes. And then the moment I heard Sacred Union, what I thought of was, again, like, you are always connected to source energy. Source energy is never wrong. And it's sort of your task to remember to feel that connection and know that connection and trust that it's guiding you even when things are difficult and challenging. There is an overarching theme to the growth and expansion of your life, and it's unfolding for you. But let's dive into the guidebook, because I'm hearing there's something really specific that wants to pull out of the guidebook to help support this message and then finish and close it for us. It says, Our Lady of Sacred Union shows up when we are working on finding a way through opposition and disharmony into integration and functional behavior. And the word that jumps out at me there, you guys, is integration, because I'm starting to notice and hear and feel a theme from a lot of women that they're lacking integration. There's a piece of me that's like this and a piece of me that's like this, and it's all disjointed. And I don't know how to integrate or bring all of the different aspects of myself together. And that's how it ties into your inner critic, because your inner critic is that voice that's saying, well, that part of you is only okay in that situation, and that part of you is only okay in that situation. And so you're separating yourself rather than realizing all parts of you are all okay in all situations. Okay. Conflict can be an essential aspect of growth, like friction that creates sparks and fuels the fires of transformation. So, hang on, there's one more thing that's wanting to come out. Our Lady of Sacred Union asks you not to worry about one choice or another, but to make space in your heart for a third option. And the third option, that other perspective and that other way of being with yourself, is that you can come together and that you can be one full expression of yourself. Because there, again, what I'm hearing really loud and clear is there's nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. You are constantly learning, growing, and expanding. And that's why we're here. And so those moments where you're learning and growing and expanding, they're good and they're awesome and they are necessary. Okay, team, I feel like, okay, team soul seekers, we're gonna like get this and really settle it into the cells of our being. There's another way, another perspective, another path through the issue into resolution. And that way through is to go back into the message, which is to see your life through the eyes of source energy, which is your pure positive love, you're whole and complete, and there's nothing wrong with you ever, rather than trying to see yourself through the eyes of others, in which case the perspective breaks down. Okay, y'all, I heard loud and clear this message is complete, that many of you found it helpful, and that there will be new growth, expansion, and learning coming from it. If you need help, please reach out to me and let's get you a little bit more connected to, not connected, but more aware of your connection to source energy and help you live your soul-centered, source-centered life. I'm going to see you next Monday when we do another Monday messages and a live intuitive reading. And I'm going to see you next Wednesday, which is Halloween. Hey, that's going to be fun. Maybe I should do a costume. You guys vote if I should wear a little bit of a costume for Halloween when we talk about overwhelm. I might have some cat ears in there or something. I don't know. I love you guys. You're awesome. I'm going to see you again soon. Namaste. Bye. And bye-bye. Bye-bye.